Ah, are we live?
Live and in Technicolor,
Okay. Oh Lord. Oh
as
Lord.
the
Here we go.
American Dream would say.
I didn't know we were doing the American Dream impressions today. I'm sorry.
We not, because this sound nothing like the American Dream. I'm just talking like it because I got a list.
Welcome back, Front Row Wrestling Podcast. I am Mr. KS. That is my. I don't know if we friends this week. We might not be friends this week.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. No. We normally do this on Saturdays, but because we had a lot of wrestling in the last few days, we needed to let it all mellow out, settle down, decompress, whatever word you want
Let
to
it
use.
marinate.
There you go. Let it marinate. So we're here tonight. And we're going to discuss pretty much what we watched. We're not going to discuss the stuff we didn't like. I didn't watch the Ring of Honor show, so not getting into that.
I
Didn't
didn't
see.
watch Ring of Honor either. I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to say anything intelligent about it at all.
You say you didn't watch NXT, so we're probably not going to get into that.
I'm sorry. I have. I just. I haven't been into NXT in quite some time now. The last time that last time I was into NXT, they still had people like Kevin Owens and Nakamura and Samoa Joe and Bobby Roode. I mean, they had that cast of people, and it was really good. Then I liked it, but I can't find the one that I can really get into very well right now.
Well, I will tell you this. I will tell you this. Since Triple H, since HBK has taken over and pretty much got everything settled down and started running it, it's been pretty good, man. The storylines make sense. There's not a lot of goofy stuff. Yeah, people are getting. We're seeing an influx of new word talent. So everything's looking pretty good. I will say the future. If NXT is what they say it's supposed to really be, a feeder system for the main roster,
Right?
we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right, bro. It's gonna be okay. And,
No,
and,
and
and I would
I hope so, but I haven't paid attention to any of the people that might be up and comers here soon. So you
well,
may find me in one of those situations we were discussing earlier, going, "Ooh, I don't know this person."
and again, like I told you before we came on before we went live. Um, yeah, sometimes it's fun to be like you see somebody and you didn't know who they were 2 and 3 years before you seen them on WWE television. That's still the cool part of wrestling to me, or being a wrestling fan anyway. Um, like like I told you before, imagine that 15, 16-year-old kid who has never seen Jacob Fatu a day in their life, and all they know is WWE and AEW if they watch it, and they see Jacob Fatu for the first time out of nowhere. Imagine the excitement that kid is seeing. Like you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's
They're probably wondering if he got Tourette's or something. The way he walking.
gosh. All right, see, this is why we're not gonna be friends this week. See,
I mean, Rob's not here. Someone once again, because he's always sitting out on it. Somebody got to take up Rob's place. And that's a Rob thing to say right there.
well, we don't even want to go down a list of Rob things to say. I will say this: Rob is the first person I've ever known to be permanently banned on Facebook. He had an account permanently banned on Facebook. I've heard these such mythical tales, but I've
Right.
never seen it with my own eyes. But
But now we know somebody.
I've seen it. So, all right, let's get into to this weekend of wrestling. Like I said, we didn't do RH, so I guess the first show would be NXT, but you didn't see that. So the first show for you would probably be. Did you when did you watch All In? Did you watch it
I,
before or after main event?
all in for me was just clips because I'm not paying for a pay per view. I mean, we are well beyond paying for pay per views these days. The WWE network ruined us for that, but in a good way.
They did. They did.
And I will never go back to paying for a pay per view. I'll wait and watch the clips after the fact. I don't care if I know who won already. I can be spoiled by it and go back and watch it and still enjoy the match. So I saw clips.
Yeah, I can't see me ever paying 50, 60, $40, $30 for a pay-per-view,
No.
a wrestling pay-per-view anyway. Yeah.
Back in the day, a group of us would get together and chip in $5 a piece
So when
and give it to my friend's parents. They had satellite, and we would get the pay per view at his house.
when I first moved into this house, I had because I did and I didn't have WrestleMania parties. Like just like WrestleMania parties for me were like Super Bowl parties. Like a couple guys come over, or sometimes they bring their girlfriends, a couple female fans to come through, and we just have some party food. They would drink, and then we watch wrestling. So when I first moved into this house, I had a little bit of a mania party, and I thought to myself, imagine if I had paid $50 or $60 for this, and had to pay for food and all this stuff.
I mean,
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
we went all in together and everything. We would chip in for the pay per view cost. We'd chip in and have pizzas delivered. We just had everybody threw in. It come to about $20 a piece, I think, to have a night of fun.
Yeah.
Sitting back watching a good wrestling pay per view, having some food, having some drinks, whatever. If you drank, or if you just something to drink with the pizza or something. Yeah, we had a blast. So.
BYOL. Oh, when you down there in Tennessee is BYOM. Bring your own moonshine.
I don't know anything about no moonshine.
Oh, okay.
I am not a drinker. I think we know this already. I'm pretty well established with this. I'm not a drinker.
But
I might know a few people.
Okay, all right. I put it to you this way: if you had a visitor and they were a drinker, you know where to take them to get some of that good moon from.
I might know of some people that know some people.
Oh.
That could take them to go and get some.
I see what you're trying to do. The 3 degrees of separation. I see. I see what you're trying to do.
I am not incriminating myself with anybody. There's no conspiracy going on here. I don't know anybody directly. I do work at a prison. Don't forget. I mean, there's some people.
I don't know if that's something you should be telling the people.
There's some people there that could make some good house julep. They say. I mean, I don't know anything about it for sure. I hear things.
Look. I have been a guest of the county a couple times. Okay. I ain't drinking a damn thing somebody homemade it.
It ain't like they make it in the toilet anymore. I mean, come on.
Some still do, bro.
And those are the ones who are probably getting sick off of it. So,
well, God bless them.
More power to them if they really want it that bad.
You got to do what you got to do sometimes. But you saw All In on clips. What did you think of from your overall thoughts of the clips you saw
on All In? So I know for a fact. Well, for one thing, I know you're not a fan of the Young Bucks, so I'm definitely not promoting the Young Bucks. And you're not a fan of the fast-paced matches where everybody takes a hit, pops up, gives a hit back, and both fall down. But I mean, they had a series of Ospreay and Swerve versus the Young Bucks. They had a series. It's like a cluster of moves at one point. There's a clip out there, you can watch it, where they're just taking hit after hit after hit, and all of a sudden all 4 of them are down. I mean, it looks like there's double Canadian destroyers done by Young Bucks, and both Swerve and Ospreay get up immediately and do their respective either kick to the head or elbow to the head, and then all of them fall down. The overall thing I saw, though, I mean, the rest of that match was kind of good, actually. That was kind of ridiculous, but the rest of it was pretty good. The Tony Storm and Mercedes Moné was pretty entertaining, we'll say. Tony Storm is borderline Skinamax these days, but I mean, it's still a good match.
I am a fan of Tony Storm.
I'm a fan of Hangman Adam Page since his Ring of Honor days when he was a part of the Ring of Honor Bullet Club version. I was a fan of his, and he finally knocked off Moxley and took the belt. Now the belt is no longer in the briefcase. They had a Texas death match, and They pulled out everything. I mean, there wasn't that spike bat that Edge carries, which he did bring to the ring that night when he made his appearance that night.
I don't even want to get
But
into this
I
whole
mean,
age thing.
Moxley and Hangman brought some kind of bed of nails thing out there, and you could tell it was. This didn't look like a legit bed of nails to me because they looked like they gave way and not bent, but I mean sunk into the thing whenever they landed on it. I don't know. I can't say that it was 100% real or not real, but the overall thing, Texas death matches are supposed to be gruesome. Anything goes, and the fact that Swerve come down there with that chain that belongs to Hangman and cleared people out and tossed him the chain to go ahead and finish this. He tells him get to this and stays out there and watches till he's done and gives him his nod of approval and leaves. I mean, you can see they've worked their stuff out finally. It it was kind of an exciting thing. Omega and Okada was a good match. Okada ended up winning that match, but that was definitely good. Dustin Rhodes gets some recognition. He got the TNT belt that Adam Cole had to leave. What happened to Adam Cole? He's got some legit thing going on.
Yeah, I think it's like some concussion issues or something like that. So
I know Tommaso Ciampa on his social media was wishing him well and everything. And usually when you see somebody from another organization reaching out like that, there's usually something legit going on,
yeah,
not storyline stuff.
I think it's some head issues, and I'm not. He might be losing his mind because his wife left him or fiance left him. I don't know, but no, seriously, yeah, I think it's concussion issues or whatever. Like, or something happened. Like he had a match I think a week or so ago,
Mm-hmm.
and something didn't go right in that match or right before that match. So I don't. I will say this about All In. It looked like a fun show. And I know you about to tell me not to critique and we
No,
had this
I mean,
discussion.
no, we had this discussion already. I mean, it's good to it's good to point out what you don't like. I mean, as long as you aren't harping on it
I'm not
all night
harping on.
long.
I'll just put it like this, right? AEW was advertised as a different and better wrestling show, right? We don't want to be WWE. We want to be different than WWE. Cool. And I know there's only a certain way you can do certain things when it comes to production and presentation and all that stuff. I get it. But you don't have to outright take the template of the other company and apply it to what you're doing. Now you can take the template and configure it and make it your own. But when you do absolutely nothing to make it your own, you just took the template and put it up there. Eh, I shouldn't cut on AEW and be like, oh, that looks like a WWE thing. I shouldn't be able to do that. Back when WWE, I mean, when Raw and Nitro were going head to head, you couldn't cut on Raw and say it looked like Nitro, and you couldn't cut on Nitro and say it looked like Raw. It looked like totally different shows.
What is it about the look between those two? The production, like the camera angles, the views you got with WCW.
You didn't get with WWE. It's the same with WWE. You didn't get the same ones with
I don't know
NWA.
how to explain it though. What I'm trying to say, do you know what I mean? Like WWE looks like you're right up on the action almost,
Right,
and WCW would pan out the camera more. I think where you saw more of the ring and the audience around it.
right.
Just different styles of of camera work. It felt like.
WCW, although they did brighten it up, it was still a little darker. WWE was bright, like had all the lights on.
See, yeah. Oh, and then for a while there, because I can't say WCW didn't do it because they did, but WWF at the time, not WWE, felt cartoonish.
Hmm.
And then for whatever reason, WCW thought they'd take a shot at it. Well, let's bring in Glacier. Let's bring in the Minotaur. I
I've
mean,
been saying this for the longest time, and you've probably heard me say this a couple times. If I wanted to be entertained, I watched WWE. If I wanted to see something that looked like a real fight, watch WCW.
mhm.
Difference. So, like I said, I shouldn't cut on AEW and look at that all in stage and be like, is this WrestleMania from Oh, okay, no, because that's what the stage looked like. It looked like a WrestleMania stage.
I did see something that got me a little bit cracked up, and I know he was doing it just to poke at you, and because we like to do you that way. I can't help it. Um,
Love to
but
annoy me, man.
our good friend Ray of the show, Mr. Ray Phillips, he shared on the Front Row Wrestling group this meme. It says at the top part, it's like, WWE or something like that. We have prime drinks. We have rappers interrupting main events. We have uh, social influencers in the front row. Blah blah blah, and then below it, it's like AEW. We wrestle. And I was laughing when I saw it because the first thing I thought of was you got some woman who looks like she's a model stuck in the 50s and 60s who might be lesbian or might not be. We can't tell. She might just be trying. She might be trisexual. We should try anything once. Who knows? And then you got some Luchasaurus guy. Looks like he's a half human, half dinosaur man or something, and they're wrestling in the ring sometimes. We
I, you can't make this shit up, man.
so I was
You can't. You just can't.
and and Ray know I likes him and everything. We joke around all the time, but I got cracked up at that. I was like, dude, you're not helping the point any. Stop.
Right. You're just digging a hole deeper. But no, like so even okay, off the stage, the little pre-show area, how WWE has the little pre-show area set up in the back. Now all of a sudden, AEW is doing it for their
Yeah.
PLEs. I'm like, come up with an original idea.
You talking about the post
Yeah,
yeah, like the scrum, the media scrums.
yeah, or just like
Yeah.
the post show and all that stuff. Where they have Big E and Booker T and whoever whoever that lady, I
Oh
can't remember her,
yeah,
Kathy
yeah.
Kelly, I think her name is. And now AEW's got it. I'm like, come on, bro,
Yeah.
come on. Like again, when I watch your show, I don't want your show to remind me of the other show. I
Right.
don't want to think about the other show. Your show should be keeping my attention to where my brain don't go. Wait a minute, that look like. Now, like I said, I know some stuff you just can't move. Everybody does everybody's moves. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about stuff you can actually change. You can do something different. You can. Somebody's got a different idea. You can't. It can't because to us, and we had this discussion earlier before we came on. We and I asked her. I said, "Do you think you might be a little bit jaded from wrestling?" Got fans like us. We've seen a lot, but we've also seen companies do things different. Again, you came up in the territory area. I experienced the territories. All these different territories, they all look different. They all were different. You couldn't go somewhere and say, "Oh, that looks just like WWF. Oh, that looks like Smoky Mountain. Oh, that looks like." They all look different. They all
Booking styles were different, sets were different.
everything was different. So you can be different. You don't have to be the same just because you're the two biggest companies. You don't have to go, oh, well, they did it. We can do it better. No, do something different. That's better. That's all I'm saying. And everything else, the matches. It's funny because we had all these people complaining about Goldberg, but then Edge comes back.
I think
Never
they're
again.
about to give people what they want over there with Edge and Christian.
Sometimes the people don't know what they want, and sometimes what the people want ain't good for
I
them.
mean, people over there have been yelling Edge and Christian reunite, Edge and Christian, Edge and Christian, Edge and Christian. Then Christian did the whole thing where he's like, F you, and that's
But
it,
but
and then they
but hear me out though. Why we couldn't do that when Edge first showed up?
first put them together then.
It ain't like Edge got 5 more years to do this.
No, but I mean they already had something working with Christian and Nick Wayne and that group and everything though too
That's what
though.
I'm saying.
So
You can pivot, bro. You
and
can do.
now
Man,
they've taken Nick Wayne and I didn't forget the other guy's name again, Kip Sabian
what is that?
and Mama Wayne, and they've turned them against him,
And and
and along with FTR, and
what,
then
what,
FTR is the one that put Edge out again.
what was that? What was that saying at the end of every card in the bottom in the fine print? What did it say? It's 4 words.
At the end of
Card
every
card
card
subject
subject to
to
change.
change.
Yeah,
You can change it, bro. It's
You
okay.
can. You can, but then what you also brought up many times the type of fan base that there is these days and how fickle they are and what they want and what they don't want and
That's
everything.
why you don't listen to them.
No, but I'm saying that's also the reason why you don't change on the fly either, though, because
You
now
could,
you're
but
gonna
that
it's
change
almost
that,
like
that's not
darned
so
if
much.
you
That's
do,
not so
darned
much.
if you don't. You
That's
know,
not so much them listening to the fans. That's kind of doing. Let's say, look, we got a 50-something-year-old guy who's brittle. Let's face it, Edge is brittle because of the way
he's
he wrestles.
probably
He's brittle. He's
yeah.
older. He's brittle. It's just a fact of life.
I
At some
think they're
point, I'll be in my 50s and I'll be brittle.
yeah.
It's a
Well,
fact
I'm
of
already in my 50s and I feel brittle.
life.
Fickle, exactly, Ishmael. Very fickle. Uh, what's up, man? How's it going? Uh, the I think they're what they want to do is they want to finally just put them back together. Well, they probably want it themselves. They said before they like to just have fun and they would like to do what they want to do there, right? And that's what Tony Khan's let people do whatever in the world they want to do. And that's been one of the biggest problems with their production and writing is they're letting the wrestlers do whatever they want to do if it sounds good. And but now they're finally going to put these two together. I guess not let them fight with each other. They're probably going to put them up against, you know, uh, Wayne and Sabian first, and then throw them against FTR and get about a year's worth of Edge and Christian, if not less.
Yeah,
You know,
we could have had this 2 years ago, and look, I am not a booker. Don't claim to be. Ain't don't want to be. But you can't tell me that this probably. I mean, and of course, this is hindsight. It's already. It's so easy to look and say we should have, could have, probably would have. But you can't tell me you don't. It wouldn't have been a better idea to have them come together, do that little heartfelt run. Somehow, way there's enough creative minds they could have pivoted and made it make sense. You can't. I know there's people back there who got a brain. It's got to be somewhere back there.
I mean, you've had plenty of people backstage that have been in the business for a while. That's been in good organizations. That's wrestled. That's done these
What,
things
what,
and
what,
ran
what,
these angles. And
what's
are they
stopping one
not
of these?
being? I mean,
What's stopping one of them from walking up to Tony Khan or whoever and saying, "Hey,
That's what I'm saying.
stop this
Who is?
shit, bro."
That's what I'm saying. Who is not listening to them, or who is not stepping up and speaking up? I don't think Arn Anderson's there anymore.
No,
When he was there, though, was he stepping up and talking to people? Was he saying, "Hey, look,
probably not. But
this
you
is really
again,
what you got to do," or is he just saying, "I'm collecting my paycheck, y'all, and I'm leaving and going back"?
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. By the time, yeah, there's some people who have the attitude where like, "Hey, look, we got to stop this shit." But at some point, like, I'm telling y'all to stop it, and you won't. So, like you said, I'm just gonna take my money and go home. Or some people just walked in and said, "You know what? I'm 65 years old. This man is paying me $800,000. All I gotta do is sit here and tell that guy you're winning. I ain't got time for this shit, bro."
And so does it fall on the people who's not stepping up and really taking a bigger role, or does it fall on the people that hired them in and gave them the money? Then combination of both. I mean,
I would say
you you
it falls on everybody.
you really got to bring in the right kind of people to put around you that care what direction the company's going. That
You
will
have
help.
you have siblings, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you've heard this from one of your parents, and because somebody did something wrong and nobody wanted to fess up. So what did your parents say? Well,
Both got in trouble.
if you don't want nobody want to tell me who did it, I'm whipping everybody's ass.
Right. Man, I make sure I got the right one.
Same thing applies here.
And if
So
you
so
speak up, you get a little extra because that's for next time you think about
right.
doing something.
So here, who to blame? Nobody wants to take the blame. Nobody want to say, "Hey, I'm gonna stop this shit." So everybody's to blame. Everybody. It falls on everybody.
I really and truly sometimes wish they would just clean house and bring in just a solid crew of people that
Do you
that
do you
really care what direction it goes in.
do you think there's a person out there who will say, I've seen everything that's gone on in the last 5-6 years. I'll take the position.
Shoot, hire me. I'll take it.
But you will very quickly become, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna take my check and go home.
I'll be the first one to tell them where they're messing up, tell them what they need to do right. And if they don't want to listen to me, that's on them. But I still keep
You,
telling them.
you know what they're gonna say? You would push LA Night. We're not listening to you.
Ah, shoot, I bring LA Knight in and push him straight to the top. What are you talking about?
God, can't be no worse than Darby Allin, I guess. Yes, I
And then
said.
Darby Allin made an appearance in the Moxley match.
Yeah, he. Oh, that looks
Come
so.
down from the rafters.
It was so weird because it
I
was.
thought it was just. I thought all that happened was the thing on the big screen. How he was telling him he's not going to let him do this and that, and he's coming for him. I thought, oh, it's just a little warning on the screen. He's not back yet. And then later on another clip, I saw he actually came down from the rafters in the match.
So it was all kind of.
Osprey come down there, tried to help out, and got wheeled out on a gurney.
It was. Somebody, I heard somebody say they were having flashbacks of the first WrestleMania in Vegas when all these people came out in the Roman Reigns match.
Hey,
It's like,
Ishmael says he put his resume in too. We're going to go in together at the same time. We're going to be some new sheriffs in town. We're going to straighten that place out.
I would venture to say they listen to Ishmael before they listen to you. I'm just saying.
Hey, well, we might even bring you along, but you can't bring Jey Uso though. There's no Yeet coming.
I wouldn't bring Jay. You know what I would do?
What would you do?
Excuse me. I would tell Tony Khan that he's going to give Brock $5 million a year. And I would bring Brock in there, and I will
Push him to the moon.
I will walk behind everybody and say, you're losing, you're losing, you're losing. And if you get up from a super kick or a spear or a slam or a chair, I will have this big motherfucker here break you in half. So you're gonna sell some shit because you ain't gonna have no choice but to sell it because he's really gonna fuck you up. Okay,
He's really gonna put a lick on you.
Yeah. So there's gonna be none of this fake selling. No, he's really gonna beat the fuck out of you. Sell that. Okay. And
back in the day, that's what they did, right?
Exactly.
You remember the skyscrapers beat the crap out of two guys, and everybody thought, boy, they really are giving them they're really stiff
because
today,
it was that one guy that wouldn't stay down. He kept getting back up.
He was trying to impress his girlfriend out in the crowd.
So okay, you don't want to stay down, we're gonna put you down. Okay.
Phil Hickerson did it to somebody in Memphis. He did his finishing move on it, and the guy got up within 15 seconds of being pinned. Hickerson felt disrespected, like he didn't sell his move enough. And he got him back in the locker room, beat the crap out of him.
That's what you need to do. Somebody need to just all these floppy. I super kick you 3 times and you getting back up and try to want to. No, Brock, spear him. Get up from that. Get up from that. And I would 2 people. I would bring Brock and I would bring Omos. I would bring him. Brock will spear and then I would have Omos just take him and chuck him some goddamn way.
He'd pick him up with one hand and just sling him over some way.
But no, like all in was a fun show. It looked like fun. Overall, it looked like they performed. If you were there, you had a good time.
Yeah, crowd was into it. I think they had a crowd of about 23.
22, 23, something like
22, 23,000, one or the other.
And then there was Saturday night's main event.
We wanted so much more out of it, but we didn't quite get it.
I told you, I think the nostalgia of Saturday night's main event, when the first couple of shows, I was like, oh man, childhood memories, this, that, and the third, back to the old days. I don't want to say it, but I think it kind of is wearing off a little bit. And that's not to say the next time they do one of these, I won't be excited for it. I'm not saying that.
When they first brought it back and brought Jesse Ventura into it and everything, the nostalgia was cool for it. And the first Saturday Night's Main Event was actually pretty good. The one that they came back with to start with.
Yeah, the first two were pretty good.
I mean, this one just was kind of a little lackluster. And let's not forget, you had the unfortunate injury to Seth Rollins. Unless they are really and truly swerving us in a big way, all the talk is saying not just. I'm not talking dirt sheet talk. I'm talking about supposedly official talk from the company that he tweaked his knee. That the one he had surgery on last time.
Yeah.
They're saying that he tweaked his knee or something. So, and yeah, Ishmael, there's a lot of commercials in it too that kind of slowed us down a little bit, especially when he got toward the end. I thought there was way too many commercials there toward the end of it.
Yeah,
and Raw too on Netflix of all places with Raw. Way too many commercials in that gauntlet match, I thought.
I think as far as Saturday night's main event, I think the commercials were a little too much. I think they could have cut some of them out. I think they could have cut some of them out. I think they could have cut some of them out. I think they could have cut some of them out. I think they could have cut some of them out. I think those commercials. I think that injury to Seth Rollins kind of threw everything off.
Yeah, because I think the match was supposed to go a lot longer than what it did.
Yeah,
For sure. And then, like, we had this discussion of the day. Half of it was me picking at you, and half was being serious. But I, I guess Rollins was probably supposed to go over, but we don't know. We'll just never know 100% unless they come out and say what was going to happen.
right,
And the only reason why I said that was because, for whatever reason, anytime somebody, and I've said this before, but before WrestleMania, because it happened to Tiffany Stratton and it happened to Jey Uso. I said anytime someone gets the worst end of the beating every time before the big event gets there, they usually get you know, their paybacks at the PLE. And I thought, even though this isn't a PLE, it's like a big production supposed to be put on. So I thought since LA Knight took the brunt of it at the end on SmackDown, that he would get his little revenge thing, even if it was with outside interference. I thought maybe CM Punk might come down and do something, but once again, we're not going to know because he hurt that knee, legit hurt it, and they had to end the match quickly, which was very professional of Seth Rollins, I thought too, because they just didn't stop it and they will walk him out. He took the finisher and let the pin happen.
yeah.
So
Like you said, we don't know what was supposed to happen. I'm of the belief that Seth was going to win, and Roman was going to. I didn't know Roman was going to come back.
but see, now that okay, jumping ahead, he come back at the end of Raw, right? How do we know that he wasn't supposed to come back at
That's what
Saturday Night's main event?
that's what I'm saying.
And
So
all this happens. We didn't know this at first because this we hadn't seen the comeback yet on Raw. But after seeing that, now you go back and think about it again. You look at it Saturday Night's main event. Now I'm thinking all different things. Like, okay, what if he was supposed to come back Saturday night because that match was going a different way? And once again, like I said, what if somebody come in and cost Seth the match, and LA Knight was still getting the victory, but not a clean victory. He just took advantage of a situation, right? Like he's done in the past.
mhm.
And Seth Rollins is now the whole thing when Roman's reignited again since that match they had the three-way match they had.
And you see what they did. You see what they did. What they had to do. They pivoted.
Yeah.
It can
And
be
then
done. It can be done. So AEW, y'all could learn a lesson. Pivot. Anyway,
they could learn a lesson. They could learn several lessons if they wanted to.
but no, of course, you're just gonna find a way for LA Knight to win that thing hypothetically, and I'm gonna find a way for him to lose. So yeah.
I know we had so well but we're not going to dwell on that tonight though because
No, 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 no.
we're not hijacking the show on that. We have too much to talk about.
What was the next match on that show? Well, we don't have to go match by match. We could just go.
We just talk about the highlights of the night or something,
Naomi.
There was Randy Orton and his match with.
I'm not hating this whole Jelly Roll thing. I'm just not.
I'll be the one to do it. I'm not really a fan these days of the celebrities coming in and trying to be a part of it. Now, Logan Paul's the exception to the rule because he's a legit wrestler at this point. He learned the craft. He learned what he's doing. He can pull the moves off. He can talk. He get people hating him. He's the exception to the rule.
I'm not going to hate on the Bad Bunnies of the world, and I'm not going to hate on the.
I am. I'm gonna hate on the rappers coming in. I'm gonna hate on the Bad Bunny thing. I don't. I want
that Bad Bunny thing was good. That was.
I want the wrestling to be about the wrestling. I don't want the people from outside to get involved in it and step into it.
But here's the thing.
You want to be in the crowd, fine. Get recognition.
Here's the thing. You looking at it with tinted glasses. You're looking at it with 1980s Memphis wrestling glasses. Okay. But here's the thing. Memphis did it. That whole
Andy Kaufman
thing. They did it.
I was also young at the time, and I thought it was cool. But the older I got, the more ridiculous I see it is.
Okay, but you're not. That's not a crowd for the old people. It's not a crowd full of old people.
I speak for the old people.
Well, some of them. It's not a crowd full of old people though. But look at it this way: you gotta again. You know me. I throw my business hat on. And I also throw my common sense hat on, which kind of looks exactly like the business hat. Jelly Roll has so many fans who probably used to or casually or probably used to and don't anymore of wrestling fans that can be bought break their eyeballs could be turned to this thing. They looking at it, that's money. SummerSlam, we gonna make more money because we got Jelly Roll. You know how many Jelly Roll shirts they gonna sell? You know how many pictures of Jelly
Sure.
Roll they gonna sell? Come
I'm
on, man.
sure.
And they found a
Dude,
way to
but
fit.
you're not talking to a marketer right here.
Clearly.
But I tell you what, though, if you are the marketing mindset, I've got a job for you because on my podcast, I need to come up with some T-shirt ideas and a way to move them. So we're gonna talk later.
The number one rule: do not put your face on it.
Not putting my face on anything because people will just hang it up and throw darts at it. We're not doing that.
Oh my god. So yeah, I get it. The Bad Bunny thing. Now, I was not a fan of the Raw general guest celebrity general manager thing. I will
Yeah.
agree with you that this didn't have a spot. But if the celebrities want to come in and put in the work and train and practice and not just show up the day of
Do you
and
think
try
Jelly
to,
Roll's gonna train to wrestle?
the man's already lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah, that's great though. I bet is he gonna train to wrestle?
I think he's going to train for this match.
Is he gonna he'll be about as good a wrestler as Carl Malone and Dennis Rodman was.
Oh God. Here's the thing. And say people can say what they want about WWE. They are not going to let these people get in that ring without being trained to do what at least what they're going to do for that one night.
I think what's gonna happen is that with most celebrities when they come around, they show them enough to do like, hey, we're gonna let you get a few pops from the crowd. You're gonna hip toss this guy. You're gonna arm drag this
Yeah,
guy.
that's what I'm saying.
You're
They
gonna
they're going
you're gonna get a quick body slam on them.
they're going
You're gonna
to
throw a
everything.
couple of haymakers.
They're going to be trained to do everything that they're going to do in that match. Whatever you see Jelly Roll do, he's been practicing to do it for the last 2 months.
Right, but he's just not gonna get too deep into it. Like when he
And no,
I was impressed though, one thing. I
he
mean, he
should
took a
he
claymore.
yeah, and they showed, and you know how long it probably took him to show him how to do that.
I'm sure a bit.
You can't just show up in hey, feel like coming down to the arena? Okay. Well, this guy's gonna kick you in it. Now he might hit you and he might not. But just stand there. No. They went through that a few
Dude,
times.
a lot of these things these days, they're really taking some hits. They're not taking the full force of a hit
That's what I'm saying.
because they're being pulled. They're it's like pulling your punches, you know. But look at Jordan Grace. I didn't watch the pay per view, but I saw the clip of that highlight of her taking that elbow or something to the nose, and she was legit bleeding from the nose. She took the hit. Either got too close or she stepped into it or something. But you know,
I don't know. I was watching this NXT clip. They NXT and it's almost, I don't want to call it an invasion, but they kind of standing strong in the middle of the NXT ring right now. So
what's that about?
they're doing some cross promotion with TNA with the World Heavyweight title
Okay,
because you know Trick Williams is the TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
who?
Yeah,
Oh,
Trick
Trick
Williams.
Williams. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he NXT wrestler is the TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
yeah.
So so
That's
yeah,
that hasn't been done that I know of in quite a long time. That's something
no,
that now that is a territory move right there.
yeah, like I
You
told
know,
you, man, you need to get back on NXT, man. It's entertaining. Um, back to main event. Naomi and Jade. It was all right. It was cool. Um, oh wait a minute, did that happen on Evolution or Saturday Night's main event?
that was
Am I get,
evolution.
okay? I'm getting that.
Yeah, you're
Man.
jumping ahead.
It was a lot of wrestling this week.
A lot of wrestling.
Okay, we can get to this whole Goldberg thing then, so we can.
Yeah, that was the highlight of the night anyway, right? It's supposed to be.
Everybody expected
I think the
Goldberg.
match you're skipping
Re-
over was Sami Zayn and Karrion Cross.
Oh, okay, yo, well, okay,
That was the thing.
I'll skip over that one.
Yeah, it's very skippable, so you're not missing
nothing,
anything.
nothing against Karrion Cross or Sami Zayn. I am not a Sami Zayn fan, and
I'm not either, really. He's
but
just
no,
not oozy enough for me anymore.
oh God, what's wrong with this guy? Oh, Everybody expected Goldberg to come in here and just limber on, and he's the old guy. But man, look, that man, you can tell he had a knee or leg issue because he was kind of limping a little bit. But dude, he did a damn good job, man. He did a damn good job, and you heard people talking about, oh, if Gunther was going to win or Goldberg was going to win, and it was bad for Gunther. Come on, people. Even myself, I said I know he wasn't going to win, but I hope Goldberg was going to win because I wanted to see the meltdown
I
if that
sent you
had
the clip of
happened.
that. I sent you the clip of the one girl that was saying she wouldn't watch wrestling anymore.
And she's not even
She'd
cute,
have,
bro.
that she would
She's not
avoid
even
it.
cute.
I'm not even going to say her name and give her the 15 minutes of fame or anything.
No one cares. No one cares if she doesn't watch wrestling again. I think I uh, hit not interested on her YouTube. I mean, on her Instagram clip. I don't want to see a post from her ever again. I'm good.
Mhm.
I don't want to see a post from anybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care how cute you are. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care who you are, what your celebrity status is. I don't care none about that. An instant block for me is somebody saying, "I'm if this happens, I'm never watching wrestling again." I don't need that type of foolishness. We're not children. We're adults. Let's let's not have temper tantrums on the internet. I, I, you can't play. I'm not sharing my toy with you again. Stop it. Stop it. That
Can't
is
come to
the
my birthday next year.
that's the equivalent of literally taking your ball and going home because somebody on the court is better than you. So you're gonna take your whole ball and go home, and now nobody can play. But you stop it. That is an instant block. There's a lot of things you and I both do not like about certain shows on TV when it comes to wrestling. Never have I ever said. The only time I'll stop watching wrestling when it stops being interesting to me. That's when I'll stop watching. You know how long it took my father to stop watching wrestling, bro?
How long?
Like I was into my almost 30s when my father just literally stopped. It was a slow process, but by the time I hit my 30s, he was done with wrestling, and I knew
What
he would.
finally did it for him? What was it that finally did it?
I think he just there's just people age out at different ages. I guess he aged out. It's like I don't care. But I knew he was losing interest when we went from talking about certain people who were wrestling to he would only it got down to one question when it came to wrestling: who's the champion? That's all he would ask me, and I would tell him. He was like, either he would know who they were or had no idea who they were, or and once he started just asking me that and walking off, I was like, yeah, Dad don't watch wrestling no more. He don't care.
So, so with the Gunther and Goldberg thing, I was telling somebody that I thought that the match went exactly as it should have. Goldberg was still made to look strong. Gunther was made to look good. He was still looking strong. And what finally happened was is he got Goldberg on the ground and he got him in the
Choked him.
he got him in the choke. And once he
That
got
was
him in
it.
the choke, that was it. Goldberg could try to fight out, but that choke hold's pretty strong. Or well, choke sleeper hold, pretty strong. You know, I mean, it's going to put anybody out.
I,
And Goldberg is one of those people who's never known to go a long way without getting winded already, and he was already
Mhm.
winded, and it was just too much for
it,
him to
it,
fight through.
it
So
was
basically, he put over the young guy.
yeah.
That's good.
He did the right thing
And
going out.
somebody, you know who you are if you're listening. You said not everybody has to go out looking at the lights, and that's true. The example given was Sting. Sting didn't go out looking at the lights; he was undefeated.
He should have.
But I mean, there
He
wouldn't have
sh-
been anything wrong
he should have.
If Sting had found if they had found the right person for Sting to put over, because the last people they fought was the young Bucks, and nobody wanted them put over by Sting.
He should have gone out
They could have put somebody else over with Sting
it
though,
still should have been wheeled out on a stretcher.
not wheeled out on a stretcher. No,
Still,
he could have been beat.
he should have been wheeled out on a stretcher, unconscious, with the arms crossed and strapped to the
Listen at you.
stretcher, and put
Listen
into the
at you.
back of an ambulance and
Listen at you.
driven to the end of a bridge and pushed out the back of it.
Listen
That's
at
what
you.
should have
You
happened.
are talking about a legend of the
I
business, and you want
I,
to put him out like that?
I love Sting, but when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. You take him out to the back, you put a bullet in the back of his head. Wow, it's
They
he's
didn't do
done.
that to Ric Flair. They can't do that to Sting.
because Ric Flair is the roach of wrestling. He will
He
just
will
not
not
die,
go away.
not go away.
Look, he'll be 90 years old going, "Ooh, ooh, 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 ooh."
You can drop an atom bomb on Earth, and the only thing that will be left is cockroaches and Ric Flair. Yeah, trying to tell you.
He'll be talking to the cockroaches. I'm
Fucking worse.
styling and
He'll
profiling.
be telling stories to a cockroach about how he was the
He
man. He was
look,
Space Mountain.
he's on his wheelchair going around going wheeling and dealing.
Ric Flair will have an IV drip hooked to his wheelchair in a nursing home.
Uh,
I'm
we
telling
have
you.
we have another watcher on the show in the Facebook crew,
What are they talking about?
LD Polk Carter. What up,
Oh,
fellas?
my boy Rain Carter. What's going on, Carter? That 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 guy. He's I'm surprised he's not on the double XL top 5 newest rappers of the year. I'm surprised he's not on that, but
You know, one day.
well, you can't be the newest one day.
Yes, why not?
Because you can't be out for 3 years and be new. Come on, bro. Like,
Just you just alter your name a little bit. You know, it's like instead of LD,
no,
you could be
bro. That's all.
DL.
No,
You
no,
know, I
no. You
mean,
cannot. You cannot be DL.
why
No,
not?
that means down low, bro. You can't.
Well, you could be on the DL if you want to. I don't care.
No, that you
Be
can't.
be on the US too. Be on that. See, see that's the white guy coming at me now. Be on the US. That's the upside. In case y'all didn't know that already. Okay,
I did not
uh,
know that at all.
that's well. Now you learned something new today. All right.
Uh, I don't think I'll be passing on that knowledge, bro. Okay. Um, what the hell was we talking about?
Not probably nothing. Goldberg and Gunther.
Oh, go. Like I say, it was done. It was good. Only I will say this: I had a Nostradamus moment when I saw Doug Dillinger sitting in the audience. My brain immediately went to he's going to walk Goldberg out, and damn if he didn't.
Hey, who all was there walking him out?
Only people I recognized was Dillinger, Chuck Zito, the dude from the Hell's Angels, um, Goldberg's son, and Ernest Miller, the cat. I don't know who the other guy that was behind Goldberg. I don't know
There
who.
was another guy that Ray was asking me. He said, "Who?" It looked like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but it
It
wasn't
was.
Hacksaw Jim
Yeah,
Duggan.
that's the guy. That's the same guy I'm talking about. I don't know who that was, bro. I don't know.
Hmm.
At one point, I thought it was Raven, but I was like, no, Raven's not that tall. So, and why
No,
would Raven?
Raven looks a lot different than that these days. I think.
And why would Raven be with Goldberg? That's what.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not a lot to talk about with that Saturday Night's Man. It was alright.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It was
It.
just
I look. It just let's call it what it was. Of SmackDown, Raw, um, All In, and with the Evolution. Saturday Night's main event was at the bottom of the list of everything the weekend.
surprisingly though. Evolution was good. Now I can talk.
I'm not surprised about it. They have the best women's roster I've ever seen,
I
with
was
up
thinking the
and
same thing.
comers to existing people.
I was thinking about that. I was like, man, I would put that
I
women's roster up against anybody. And
I
the thing
told you
about it
not to.
is, the thing about it is that hope that people were expecting people from the past and all this other stuff. They did that show with two legends,
Mm-hmm.
Nikki Bella,
Mm-hmm.
and yes, people ain't gonna. Oh, Nikki Bella ain't a legend.
Nikki Bella's a legend.
She's a legend. And Trish Stratus, who put on a hell of a match, hell of a performance. That woman can still go in her 50s, bro, and she don't look a day over 30.
Mm. No, and I've told you myself that I firmly believed, although it would mess up some stuff like you said, and I agreed on it, that the women should have their show where it's just
It should.
focused on their angles.
I don't think they should have a
And
weekly show.
this evolution, I would be fine if it was every year. It wouldn't bother me. But
Well,
some
it wouldn't.
people there are
It would.
some people that say it shouldn't be. Well, maybe once every 5 years or once
I'm
every
not gonna
three
say.
years.
I would say if not every year, every other year. But I do not think a women's wrestling show. I
I mean,
don't think they.
Wow's been out for a while.
Yeah, well, who's watching WoW? Bro? It's on Roku, bro. That's why I watch
Some
WoW.
people have to be watching it. It's been out for on TV for a while.
Dude,
Some people
there's
got to be watching it.
how many people is it in the United States, and how many people are watching WoW? It's a fraction of a fraction of a fraction
Once
of a
again, I
fraction.
don't know the number, but enough people have to be watching it that they keep putting it on, though.
It's on free Roku. They don't care. You don't have to get views to watch TV or to be on Roku.
Well, it's also on what channel is it? CW
No, it's
on
on Tubi.
Saturdays.
It's on Tubi, bro. It's on
No,
Tubi and
there's a
Roku.
channel because I know people who are watching it because it's some of the only wrestling they can get because they don't have cable. Uh,
I have
and
never
it's
seen. I've
not
never seen WoW on CW. Only wrestling I've seen on CW
it's been.
is NXT.
I'll have to look it up and see if I can figure out what show or what channel it's come on because I'm gonna see if I can do that while you're talking because it's been on something. You're looking at it too, aren't you?
Hmm.
I knew you wasn't talking.
You can watch it on YouTube and Pluto,
Access Access TV.
Pluto, Tubi. You can watch it on Paramount Plus. But that's yeah, that's you don't need to get viewers to watch movies on Tubi, bro. They just put anything on that shit, bro. Tubi is public. Tubi has replaced public access television.
Well, there is something that's on an actual television that's not a
You,
streaming thing that
you,
people are
you,
watching it on too, though. 'Cause that's how my friends watching it.
well, they gonna have to tell me what it is because I don't know. It ain't Google ain't telling me. Google is not telling me. But anyway, I don't have a problem with them having a show. I don't have
All
a
right, for
problem with.
example, all
I
right,
don't.
the promotion produces a weekly YouTube show, which you said the tapings take place once a month. Their live events, Clear Lake, ROW. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Reality of Wrestling,
See,
not
there you
Women
go.
of
See,
Wrestling.
there you go. Um,
My bad, people.
Now, before I was interrupted, I don't have a problem with them having a show. I don't have a problem with them having their own pay per view every year, every other year. I don't think it should be every 5 years. Should they have their own television show every week? No, they don't need it. It's not gonna do well, bro. That show won't get 500,000 views. I guarantee. I bet you it won't. I bet you it won't. Now, if they did it on YouTube, if they put a show on YouTube,
What
yes,
what was that again? 'Cause I was looking at the computer screen.
they will not. If they put women should not have a weekly
Oh,
TV
an all
show.
women show. Okay.
They should not have an all women's weekly TV show. It's not going to work. If they here, I'll put it to you this way: if they thought they would have, it could have worked. They'd have done it already. It's not going to work, bro. What they doing now is just fine. They get it. We got enough women on Raw. We got enough women on SmackDown. We got a lot of women in NXT. They gonna be all right. We good. Cause I tell you what, you want women to have more presence on Raw? Fine, we'll cut some LA Night matches.
I knew you were gonna go there with it.
Done.
We could cut some LA Knight. We can cut some like Jimmy, some Jey Uso. We can cut some Karrion Cross because no one really likes him anyway.
I like Karrion Cross. What are you talking about?
No one really likes him. I don't care if they call his name what they call LA Knight's name. They don't really like either one of them. We can replace them with the women. We can do that.
There's a reason.
I'm with you on that.
There's a reason you're sitting here doing a podcast with me and not running a wrestling show. There's a reason for that.
People are missing out. It's what it is.
So yeah, that was a good weekend wrestling, man. I mean, there was a lot to like, there was a lot to dislike, but overall, I really can't complain about any show I watched this weekend rather. I can't complain about.
Oh,
I can complain about all of them, but overall, it was pretty good.
I have something for you if you go too far, right? And then I'm going to shut up about it. I was right about the CW thing. I'm looking on here right now, and it says it's talking about it's not a CW show, but some local CW networks. How's it worded? It says, all right, so while it's not a CW show, an independent show that was sold to the station in your market may air there. So here in this market, they are playing Women of Wrestling on Saturday nights on CW.
So a bunch of people in the Tennessee, Kentucky,
I
Georgia.
don't know the exact full market, but in this area here, whatever the market is for CW, they have bought the rights to that because it's wrestling, I guess, and wrestling's a big thing these days. and they are playing the Women of Wrestling. And it's on Saturday nights on CW.
So it's not in a major market, is what you're telling me.
It's not a major market, and it's not a major show. Like it's not a CW show. They didn't buy the rights to it to show nationally
And you know why?
because it's not big enough.
Enough people ain't gonna watch it, bro.
But it is being watched by some people, though.
Yeah. A lot of stuff has been watched by some people.
Just in a small area.
There's somebody right now watching a dumbass TV show that we will never watch.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure.
There's all kinds of them. Anyway, we got to go to what, Evolution now?
We just did Evolution.
Are we talking Evolution? We didn't go too far in Evolution, did we?
I went as far as I.
I mean, you didn't bring up
Rhea Ripley and Io Sky had a hell of a match. That was a great match. The cash in was
unexpected.
It was a great thing. I don't have any complaints about that. It all made sense. People can want to complain about it, or Naomi don't deserve it. You can go suck your own ass. I don't care.
Naomi said herself on Raw when she came back the next night, and I'll admit it. She got me on it too. She said, "Y'all were too busy watching me talking about Tiffany Stratton, thinking I'm going to cash in on Tiffany Stratton. And what have I told y'all? Nobody knows what I'm going to do next. I'm unpredictable." And then, sure enough, and then to talk about what people are saying, you just said it yourself. They're already complaining. This is why Naomi really got the title. Here's the reason why she has the title, not because she had the Money in the Bank contract. That has nothing to do with it at all, right?
And you heard what I said about them. They can go suck their own ass.
They need to do something because she definitely deserving of the title. She was deserving of the Money in the Bank. Although I wanted Alexa Bliss to get it, but she's already been there, done that, been the champion. It's somebody else's turn.
And whether she loses this title at SummerSlam or not, I don't care. It was a success. I'm not gonna hate on it. Like I said, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. They told that was the match of the weekend, if you ask me.
Yeah,
that was the match of the weekend. Like I said, Trish Stratus and Tiffy Time. Trish did what she needed. She put on a good show. Tiffany can add Trish to the list of people she's beaten. Yeah, it's. I didn't see the Becky Lynch and Valkyria. I missed that match, but from what I heard and the clips I saw, it was pretty decent.
It was a 3-way match, wasn't it? Wasn't it with Bailey as well?
Yeah,
Becky Lynch, Bailey, and Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah, I'm a Bailey fan, but like I said, I missed the match, so I didn't. It was. I saw the clips. But I was. It didn't matter.
Who do you think, or do you think they'll have Tiffany Stratton defend her title against at SummerSlam? We already know the other one's going to be up for grabs. Is this where Jade Cargill's headed?
No, she got a title match in France.
I don't know.
Somebody said they get a title match in France.
Okay, that might be what it was then.
Yeah. So I don't know. They might. I don't know. Surprised me.
Yeah,
it surprised me.
We'll find out.
All right, sir. We about at the 1 hour mark, and unfortunately, I have to get up and go punch. You
have to at least bring up one thing about Raw before you go.
Roman Reigns returned, and the Bloodline is coming back. He helped Jey Uso. Seth Rollins will come back at SummerSlam and stop CM Punk from beating Gunther, because, like he said, as long as he has breath in his body, CM Punk will not win that world title, and I believe that. So, I believe the revolutionary. I believe the visionary. I believe in Seth freaking Rollins.
You don't believe with everybody knowing whose game this is?
Yeah, the original tribal chief.
L.A. Knight. Yeah.
With Roman Reigns back, he just fell another rung down on the card, bro.
Roman Reigns ain't can be back and stay back, though. He's not going to be in a title hunt right away. He's going to be back while he's doing movies. And he's gonna be he's the new John Cena Rock, where he's there to show up and kick butt, but
I'm so happy people are mad at that, Good.
I'm not mad about it.
I'm so happy people are mad. No, it's people mad about it. I'm happy they're mad about it because look, y'all didn't know when he was being forced down our throats. We don't want him around. Now he's
Uh-huh.
halfway around. Now y'all complain about that. So again,
Yeah. They
suck
found
your
they
own ass.
liked him after all, didn't they? And now
Yeah.
they found they liked him.
He
Well,
comes
now
in.
Hollywood likes him too.
It's not even Hollywood. It's smart. Again, it's smart business. You don't. He comes in, does his job, makes the business hot. He keeps himself. I get this man. Forget the man. People forget this man has. He just had twins. He's got 7 kids. I think 5 or 7. And the man has leukemia. He has blood cancer. People like even if he wanted to, he can't wrestle a full-time schedule. He can't do it. It's not healthy. So again, these people complaining don't even have sick leave because they take so much time off. It's what are we talking about, bro? These people are complaining about Roman Reigns not wrestling on a TV show, and if they got woke up tomorrow with the shits, they will still have to go to work because they don't have the
Oh,
fucking PTO.
nope. I ain't going to work with it. I'll take a point. I ain't going to work with that.
Well, some of these people have called out so much they can't afford to take a point.
Well, that's on them. You
Again,
got to pay. You got
exactly.
to pace yourself. Okay.
Again, these are the same people complaining about Roman Reigns not being a full time wrestler. So again, go suck your own ass. I don't like the IWC, bro. I don't like it. These are a bunch of hypocrites, hypocritical people who don't know shit about the shit they complaining about. You don't know nothing. None of these people have. These
There's
people,
a
you're gonna tell a $1 billion company how to run their business. TKO is all about money. Duh. That's duh.
well. I mean, they may not remember, but Vince McMahon was all about the money. What was his? What was everybody? What did all the wrestlers say? Vince told all of them when they come to him with an idea.
If it draws money, let's go.
Draw me money.
Go draw me some money. That's it. What
Will
do
it
we
draw
do?
me money? Yeah. Well, draw me money.
If Tony Khan wasn't a billionaire, he'd be out of business right now. Because he's not in business to draw money. He's in business to have dream matches. Guess what? Dream matches don't make money. They fucking
Cool
don't.
though.
They're cool, but I'm not. I'm not in business. Look, if I went down here and bought the local McDonald's, I don't want to buy the McDonald's to go sit on my Facebook page and go, it's cool. I own McDonald's. No, god damn it. I want to make money.
Will your
That's why
ice
I
cream
bought
machine at least work?
it. If it's making me money, it's gotta work.
It
Or,
better work.
or it's gotta get out of the store. Because you're taking up space. I needed to draw me money. And with
Draw
that
me
being said,
money.
I'm going to end this podcast because I got to get up to work tomorrow because I got to go draw some money because
Draw you some money.
I just paid for a ridiculously priced refrigerator. Fuck, I
Gotta
gotta
get
go
that
draw.
money back.
I gotta go get that money back. So with that being said, I am Mr. KS. That is, I guess, I
Say it.
guess, I
Say
guess,
it.
I guess we still friends now.
Say it. There we go. That's what I'm
We're
saying.
still friends
We
now.
friends. We best friends.
For better, for better, or for fucking sure, or for worse. Front row wrestling podcast. We are out.
What happened to your music?
Huh?
What happened to your music? There was no music.